one.
Alright guys, welcome back to Ralph's house. It is an adventure. Fight the battles. Pour your heart out there on the table. Somebody might step on it and squash it, but guess what? We keep on going anyway. Let's paint this thing. We're working on our tree right now. Remember, we were using ultramarine blue and burnt umber. Right now all I want is just an extremely dark color. But I need to put out a little bit more ultramarine blue here, so just squeeze you some out there. Kind of an old tree color, but see by rolling that brush, we kind of lost that hard edge and got a little bit of splinters going on back here. We'll just kind of lose that right there. Okay, get some ultramarine blue in there. Oh yeah, that's really going to do it. Throw in that right there. Put a little bit of crimson in there with it, just to give me a good. Oh yeah, see how much darker that is? You know, I know tree kind of has that old gnarl down there at the bottom, that limb coming here and rolling that brush, see. So we had to add the light colors yet. We're trying to figure out why we want this tree to be growing. This side of the tree is going to be darker because it's on the back side of that tree, so let's catch that. Look at that. Keep that edge. Oh, just roll that brush. How's that looking back there? Is that giving us a tree? Dark side here. Limb brown going up here. Back over here we got a branch heading off up into here. This is a good side of the limb. Them old maple trees have big old limbs. They were good climbing trees when you were a kid. Loved old maple trees. And a lot of branches up the top, heading off in every direction. Some are light, some are dark, roll your brush. And we're not worried, just keep pushing that up. Let's get that good dark we want to have where that tree kind of splintered off there. Let's catch that. We'll make sure we got a big old gnarl out there. Like that limb kind of broke off and a little dark coming in here. We'll grab a little bit smaller brush to do a little more detail in here. Get the white off of it. Roll up my shirt to kind of clean my brush a little bit. Get into this dark. Ooh, still got some. So it's hard to get the white out of your brush, but I still got some white in here. We're going to see what we can do with this. Let's see if we can't carry some of these limbs. See the smaller brush gives you some littler limbs. I can make it wider, forked, coming in front of another. I want this limb to kind of carry out. I want it to stick out over the roof of that barn a little bit. I love doing this right here. You know that good white? Throw something on it, kind of high. Take some of it away. I want to have some leaves out there, kind of. That's going to throw that barn way back there where we want it in the background. It's not one of my foreground things. Carry this tree, and it's going to cover the sky, so we want it all over the place. Don't be afraid of your darks, your lights, twisting that brush, pushing it off into wherever you need to go. Limbs heading off everywhere. We want this old tree to be everywhere. Another branch coming up here, little limb heading off that direction. Now I don't know if you ever climbed a tree or not. When you start putting leaves on, I think one mistake people make, they forget. Leaves don't grow on the limbs, they grow on the tips. If you ever climb a tree, you realize that. Because it's not you can climb a tree because you get on all the limbs. If you carry it, you paint leaves all the way up the limbs, you couldn't ever climb a tree. I ain't probably make it that way. You probably figure some of them boys won't be climbing them trees. Scribble your brush a little bit, carry this on out, keep your roots coming. Carry one on out here a little bit into the grass. See how it's coming out through there? You know, you ever walk those, you ever mow grass, you know there's some old stump roots hanging out there somewhere. Get that out into there. Now I'm going to see if we can't get a little bit of sunlight mixed on this side of that tree when we know the sun's going to be coming around. On this side of that branch, see right there, kind of working in a little bit. There's the holler. So we're just trying to create a shape. Well, I tell you what, this is going to take a little bit. We'll keep going colors. We're going to get there. Y'all come.